Thought I might have pressed something. Can you hear me now? No sound, oh gosh. Try that now, please. I've pressed something else. No sound. Sound now? Thank you for being patient here. Still can't hear me. Yes, yes, yes you can. Woo! Do you know, it's amazing what one button will do, isn't it? One tiny button and suddenly you've got sound. One tiny button and we go live and we're together. So with the energy of Virgo right now, it's paying attention to these tiny details, these little details that make all the difference in the world. I'm so excited to have you with me all together. Manu had a lovely idea and suggested that we begin the chat with just taking some quiet breaths together, just to tune in. We're all breathing the same air. And we all want to breathe healthy air. And we all want to breathe in the goodness, the kindness, the thoughts of love between us. So let's set an intention here for this live stream together. Whether you're joining now, whether you're joining later, let's set this intention that we want to create a field of unity, a field of oneness, so that you will feel uplifted by joining this live stream. Whoever joins and whenever you join, you get a feeling as though you are being raised, you're being lifted up, you're being inspired. So let's set an intention here that we're in a safe place together, that we can create the most loving, warm energy here, and that may whatever comes through be for the highest good for every single being here who's on this, and also for everybody, all of our humanity on this one planet that we share. So much is happening on our planet. The astrology, if you like, when I looked at 2020, 5 years ago, it was like, whoa, this is a big year. And it's still a big year. We're not over yet. We're in September. And certainly until the end of this year, the aspects are intense. They're strong. There's no room for comfort here. If you're looking for comfort and you're looking just to stay as you are, it's not a viable option, at least not for very long. You might have moments where you get peacefulness and rest, but all around us, things are burning. Mars retrograde. I've entitled this video, Saturn square Mars retrograde in Aries. My way or our way. We've gotten used to doing things my way. This is what I want. This is my preference. This is how I want to do things. I'm not going to get into the mask thing, okay? I'm not going there. I had a lot of people write to me and say that this was something I shouldn't have got involved in. So I'm not going to get involved in the mask area. What I am going to get involved in is, because Mars is retrograde, it's a time to look at what's burning inside of you. You might be burning with passion and excitement, great. But are you burning with hate? Are you burning with bad feelings? Are you burning? With something burning you inside that's destroying you, that's destroying your peace of mind? I've been burning a little bit from somebody who I felt really took advantage of me, big time. And I realized I was burning, and it's like, hey, you know, not worth it, not worth it. Just let it go, let it go. See that it was something that I co-created. No use blaming the other person. I didn't have clear enough agreements. Yeah. You're asking me how long until the pandemic is over? A year, 2 years? I don't know. It doesn't look as though the turbulence on our planet is going to be over anytime soon, because we've got so many things to correct. We've let things slide, what with the economy, with the ecology, with nature, with so many things, we've kind of got to a place now where we're on fire. The house is on fire, and we've got to do something about it now. Now there is no choice. I'm being asked, what did I learn? Thank you, Evan. I learned that for me, I cannot mix business and personal. I usually say this to people, anybody who wants to become a friend, or, you know, I haven't met them, I don't know them very well. I just say, look, I can do your astrology now, but once we're friends, don't expect me to do your astrology. It's either or. Yeah, you either have me professionally or personally. And that's just how I have to do things. And again, it was another tough lesson, tough learning. But yes, people are like pressure cookers. Yes, Brooke, absolutely being pushed over the edge. So what do we need in these times more than anything? Kindness, a kind word, a kind email. I was feeling a little down yesterday, especially because of what's been happening in Greece and with the burning down of the migrant camp on Lesbos here. Thousands of people without homes, without food, without shelter. It's really upset me deeply. But Mars retrograde is looking inside. Rini, you found your inner peace by making yourself happy inside and not looking externally for it. Beautiful. Shift, lift, live. You're burning with desire for independence and burning for a passion of life. Great. And yet it's a roller coaster of emotions, Stephen. Oh boy. Yep, some people are getting meaner. That's right, Jay Ware, because they're feeling frightened. Yep, we need kindness and know how to discern. But boy, a kind word, reaching out to somebody. I got a kind email. I get lots of kind emails, but I just needed one yesterday, and it came just when I needed it. And I had a friend who listened. Thank you. And all the time, the emotions are changing. The emotions are shifting. And this is very much this energy right now of the sun is opposite Neptune. Sun is in Virgo and Neptune in Pisces. So it's like we're living in between two different worlds. There's an elevated world that we're all stretching for, stretching towards. And then there's the real world that we're seeing in front of our eyes. But yes, if I could have gone to Lesbos, because I wanted to volunteer. I rang the volunteer groups and I said, look, you know, what do you need? And they said, well, we need people to pack bags of food. We need money for food, but we also need packing of food and distributing the food. And I thought, yeah, that's right up my alley. I want to go. And then when I told him, I said, look, you know, I'm in my 60s. Will you let me come? And he said, well, to be honest, there's a lot of COVID here, and we'd prefer that you stayed safe and didn't really compound a problem here. So I'm seeing what I can organize from Athens here, and maybe organize a truck or something that we can send over to Lesbos. I'm working on it, not letting it go. So it's going to be about community. It's going to be about thinking globally. We've got to think globally. We've got temperatures of, what was it, 54 degrees, never been so high recorded since records began. My friends were saying in Germany that they were getting the effects of the fires in California. So my heart goes out to all the people who are suffering. All those who are in pain. We're brothers and sisters here on this planet. And that's why the kindness, can I fix the sound? Is the sound bad again, Dina? Can I get the feedback, please? How is the sound? So we've got to somehow focus upon learning how to connect. How do we do it? The new moon in Virgo coming up, let's look at the details. What are the details of the actual practical things that we can do? This sounds great, thank you. There's a high-pitched ring. Oh. No, I've got no aircon on. Sounds fine, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, everybody's saying this sounds good. So I'm going to trust that that's how it is. I'll put the, there's nothing that I'm aware of that's making an external noise. Okay. So I think, as always, there are deeper levels of looking at everything that's going on. There's the surface level of looking at COVID-19, wanting to find a vaccine, wanting to hit it on the head, wanting to be free of it, wanting to move on. Neue Erde, thank you very, very much for your continual support. Let's get over it. Let's get beyond it. But there are many things we've got to correct. Virgo is looking at the details of what do we need to correct? What are the things we've got to correct inside? And what are the things we need to correct as a whole? And realizing that one person, you on your own, can make the difference. Oh yes, there are crickets in the background. Yes, Violet, thank you. That could be the high-pitched sound. Thank you. Can't stop the crickets. We can't stop nature. This is what this is about. We can't stop nature. It's just that while Mars is retrograde until November 13th and square to Saturn, Saturn is about what are the lessons we need to learn from the actions that we've been taking. Reflecting on that, reflecting on ways in which we've got to correct our actions. There has to be some corrections. Virgo is about correcting. So certainly our relationship with nature, if we're looking at what's happening on the planet right now, nature's driving us off. Nature's saying, it's not okay. What we've been doing to nature is not sustainable. So big changes have to take place there. Uranus in Taurus. Nature is bursting. Nature is bursting out and saying, hey. Thank you, Ken. Beautiful. Thank you. Every one of you makes the whole world of difference. Every single one of us, with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your intention. And now the intention from the perspective of what I'm seeing astrologically, with all the Aquarian energy coming in, we've got this unique opportunity that we can come online, hundreds, thousands, even millions of us getting together and creating a sweep of positive energy, a sweep of compassion, a sweep of love, a sweep of feeling for one another, a sweep of kindness. Yes, a swoosh of these kinds of frequencies. And we can set that as our intention today, that we want to send swooshes of joyful energy around the planet, swooshes of kindness. Yep, thank you, Nazira. Working on correcting your ego. That has to be another thing that's coming. Heidi, thank you. Where there's a will, there's a way. Absolutely. It's just that we need to learn a new way. The North Node in Gemini has to do with new ways of educating our children. Schools have been closed. They're going back to schools with masks on, and that's got a lot of controversy, a lot of emotion about that going on. But at the root of this, again, it's a deeper level. There's a deeper level here. So COVID-19 is teaching us that there are no boundaries between us, no nations, no separation, no walls. It's so funny when we want to put up walls, isn't it, between nations, between countries. They're all artificial because they keep getting changed. So what the next step, I feel, according to this Aquarian energy, because we can work together more. I just love that, Violet Melon, thank you. A news clip saying that bears have been walking into convenience stores. Boundaries coming down and nature coming in. Nature's coming in. We've got to work with nature. We've got to listen to what nature's telling us. And nature's telling us that we've got to come together. One planet, one humanity, and each one of us matters. If you're breathing and you're alive and you're here and you want to transcend and you want to grow and you want to create a new world, we've got an opportunity now to create a different kind of world than we've had so far. So it's filled with promise, it's filled with opportunity. I think we've got, on the one hand, the Neptune aspect. I think that there is, for many, a grief, a weeping for the old, a loss of the old. Gradually, we are seeing certain bridges being built between nations, between people. And at the same glimmers of possibility for the new. And I find myself in a sea of emotions sometimes. Just feeling what is happening. So many alone. Yeah, Sarah, just wish this world could be one love. Let's set that intention, and we now need to learn, educate ourselves. North Node in Gemini. We've got to create a new educational system for young and old. Young people think it's hysterical. You know, how can you get them to sit in classrooms and have teachers, you know, telling them information that they can get on the internet? It's a joke. They know more than we do, the older ones now. So we've got to We've got to raise them. We've got to bring out their greatest potential, and also train ourselves, find tools and ways, because we're very adaptable. Humans are adaptable, to learn how to go beyond the ego and how to connect with one another, so that it becomes not my way, but our way. What does nature want from us? What does the higher creator want from us? Yeah, Lockie, you grew up on the internet. Yeah, all you young people, you don't need to have teachers lecturing at you. They just need to bring out what is inside of you and inspire you to be more than you've been so far. It's a very different educational system we've got to create, and a very different thinking that we have to create now in order to feel connected, in order to really feel connected. That everybody's a beautiful symphony. Thank you, Sarah, where we're taking care of Earth, our animals, our children, all of that. But if we will take care of one another and not shunt the old people off into old age homes, and really care for one another, find ways of doing it, this is going to be, yeah, the way through. So it's about loving connections. It's about setting an intention that you want to connect, that you want to go beyond the ego. Oh, I might not get my needs met. But if you can recognize that the greatest fulfillment, the greatest joy, the greatest eternal feelings of connectedness are when we can come together with this sense of love. So, Lucy and I, thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Drew. I'm so lucky. Lucy is my personal assistant. I'm so fortunate to have Lucy on board. She's wonderful. Drew has just come on board now on the live. Thank you very much for helping. And I think we've got to just get much more in touch with nature. And just care for one another, but set it as an intention that that's what we want, because that's what we're going to have to do anyway. So we can either set it as an intention and consciously raise our awareness. I mean, I was brought up, don't talk to strangers. You know, whoa, don't talk to strangers. So our conditioning has conditioned us to be very separate. Even now, you know, I mean, I say hello to pretty much everybody I pass when I'm walking. That's just me, because I like to say hello to people. And most of them don't answer. Most of them look at me and go, you know, who's that strange woman? Because we've had this conditioning, like, you've got to be careful of strangers. We've got to go beyond it. Luckily, we've got a forum here where we're in the safety of our homes and we can connect. And you can feel, we can feel the upliftment of coming together. I hope you feel it. I feel it. I get a change of gear when I'm with you, my beautiful soul family. I get a change in what I experience. It's almost like getting a frequency lift. So instead of needing one of those drinks, I come and I'm with you. Oh, in Vancouver, it's very common to say hello and smile. That's lovely. So I think with the North Node being square to Neptune, there's a lot of emotional overwhelm going on from time to time. I think that we're going to have a lot of confusion, what's true, what's not true. And we've just got to go beyond that and say, we want to find a way that we can really work well together. I mean, isn't it amazing when you find somebody that you can really work well together with? It's so exciting, isn't it? It's so energizing. Yeah, we can do this and we can do that. And then maybe there's a team of you and you're saying, yeah, we've got a vision, we've got a dream, Neptune in Pisces. Woo! Yeah, so dreaming, yeah. I'm reminded of this lovely, lovely quote by Winnie the Pooh. I think we dream so we don't have to be apart for so long. If we're in one another's dreams, we can be together all the time. So let's put one another in our dreams. And my dream is that we really connect with no separation between us and that we cooperate. We find that we've got an intention always. First and foremost, let's find a way to cooperate. Let's find a way to work together. Let's find a way to solve the problems that we've got. We're going to disagree. Of course we are. We're going to have different viewpoints, different perspectives. But if the overall intention is that we want to come together, we can do it. It's that power of intention. Jupiter is square to Neptune. Jupiter is square to Mercury at the moment. Mercury in Libra, Jupiter in Capricorn. So it's about breaking out of old ways of thinking, breaking out of narrow conditioning, narrow limitations, and thinking big, dreaming big. So what are your big dreams? Erica, yes. Let's pray for rain for those who have been inhaling all this toxic smoke. Yes. There are so many that need our prayers right now. And if we really feel the connectedness, we can feel it all. So I think it's important to remember that you make a difference and that your words, for every word that you say, can you make it shine? Before you say something, think about it. Is it going to shine? Is it going to uplift? Is it kind? Do I just need to listen to somebody? My friend Carolina just listened to me yesterday. And it helped me greatly. So could you just listen to somebody? What is it you need? Yeah. Yeah, in the UK, the skies have turned slightly orange. Yeah, my friends in Germany were saying the same. We are one. We've got to wake up to the fact that this is oneness. It has to be our way together. We've not got 100 planets we can just go off to. We've got one Mother Earth. And we've got to come back to Mother Earth. And as human beings, you know, we're really, we need very specific conditions to live. It can't be too hot, you know, I mean, if the temperature goes to 54 or 55 degrees of Celsius, we're not going to be able to live here. If we get tsunamis, we get volcanoes, we get earthquakes. Yeah, we need specific things here. Thank you very much, Patricia. I appreciate you very much. So we have to begin to have a respect for Mother Earth, a respect for nature, a respect for one another. And I just want to tell you, I'm learning all the time. I've far from got it made. I need your help to stay in that higher frequency. We do it together. We lift one another. Thank you for liking the video. Drew and Lucy are encouraging you to like. The more that you like, the more likes we get, the more of our brothers and sisters can join us in this tribe that we're creating. This is a tribe together, I feel, of a community that is a safe place to be, where you can express what you're feeling. We don't all have to be thinking the same thing. But where we are wanting to have a unity and a coming together of people on this planet. And how can we learn to do it? How can I learn to love you? How can I learn to feel what you need? How can I learn that? How can I do that? These are the questions. So Lucy and I, lovely Lucy, thank you, Lucy. We've been talking a lot about community because Aquarius, we're coming into the, as we move towards December, we've got this very significant shift on the 21st of December when Saturn and Jupiter come together at 0 degrees of Aquarius. And this marks a new era. Aquarius is this online world, learning the power of our technology and using our technology for the good and coming together in different communities. Certainly this community energy online is growing and will grow exponentially. We'll find ways to feel one another, to connect with one another, to do more together online, to raise one another. We're going to find ways to do that. And so at the same time, more and more of us are going to want to live closer to our tribe. Speak Empress, thank you. I appreciate that very much. To have a living situation where we are closer to nature. Thank you, Ravi. To have a situation where we can begin to create real live communities in reality, maybe have online conferences as to how we're doing, share knowledge, share information, share inspiration. So I'm putting out now, because many of you asked to have something a little more organized. So Lucy is going to organize this. Lucy will give you her email details for those of you who are interested. And we are going to now begin to open up this whole area of those of you already living in communities. Would you like to share? What would you like to share? Do you need more people? Where are you in the world? Those of you who've got a vision for a community. Those of you who want to live with tribe members close to. So of connectedness that, you know, like the mobile towers, and they sort of flash. Yeah, they're like flashing. That we become these flashing beacons around the world. These flashing tribes. And I feel we're a beacon now, all who are online and all who join later. You're one of these beacons. So I'm opening up here this energy for anything to do with community. We're going to create some kind of a directory where you'll be able to go, because I don't think that exists right now. And many people were asking for this. Hey, you've got a lot of information coming in, but maybe I'm in Panama and I want to know what's going on in Panama or in Argentina or in India or in Australia or New Zealand or France or Italy. All over the world now, there is a waking up and a desire to go beyond that loneliness, the isolation. So many need this now, so that we don't have people committing suicide. We don't have people in terrible depression, that They feel that they're part of something bigger, because you are part of something bigger. It's the death of that old ego. And we've got to learn a new way of being. And we are so gifted with this ability to connect in the comfort of our own homes, for those of us got homes right now, and able to create different frequencies on our planet intentionally. So great. Anat's asking, any tribes in Israel? Great. Let's ask away. Where are the tribes? Where are people already established? Where do you want to be established? Let's start connecting. It's like jam on toast. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah. So things are opening up. Things are opening up. Set an intention to open your heart. We're having to change habits of eons here. This ego has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's time. In your heart, I feel as though if you're joining me here, it's something that you're wanting. England and Wales, Yorkshire, great. Yeah, it's exciting. A whole new world is opening up. A whole new world. I don't know where that's from, but whatever that song is, I'd love us to sing together. I realize that's not practical right now, but when I begin to do some webinars, thank you, Lee, thank you very much, I appreciate that. When I begin to do webinars and we interact, it's so powerful to sing together. I know they say it spreads the COVID, what's it? But hey, it also spreads joy. And singing together can change frequencies. New Zealand, thank you. Oxford, yay. South Africa, Denmark, yep, all over. These communities are needed. Even if you can only maybe visit a community somewhere for a while, that's something. Or talk with people in a community. Yeah, we've got to exchange and find new ways of building, new ways of construction, new ways of exchanging services. The possibilities are endless. See, you're all coming. Yeah, we can all sing on Zoom. So I really would like to sing A Whole New World, but I don't remember the words. But that's what we're in the process of creating. So there is the sadness of the old world that is going and must go. There is the sorrow and the weeping for our fellow brothers and sisters who are suffering right now, and prayers. Perhaps if we can just for a moment here, tune in and say prayers for those who are going through physical, emotional, mental hardships. And to feel our connection to every single soul on this planet, and to want to reach out, to want to reach out. And if we don't feel that we want to reach out, to set an intention that we want to learn how to reach out. It's a learning process. We haven't been conditioned this way. We can condition our youngsters now. The little ones coming in, yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you. The words are coming in. A dazzling place I've never been. Shawnee, thank you. Thank you. You brighten my day for joining me here. This is a special energy. It's a special frequency. And I hope you can feel that you can take that wherever you go. Tuya's saying she won't miss the old world so much. Yeah, we're up to being together in nature. It's what comes naturally to us. To be living so disconnected from nature. And many places are very disconnected from nature. And it's so nourishing when we're connected to nature. We feel nourished, we feel calmer. Yes. So let's think of songs that we want to sing together. Let's create new songs that we want to sing together. So much of the artists have been very dark. It's been a lot of dark songs, dark things coming out. I'm not saying we don't need that. I'm saying there's a place for that. Oh, somebody's living in the forest in Lapland. Oh, wow. So let's see what we can create here. Let's open some doors for people who are looking to create something new, who are looking for their tribe. Let's stay open. Let's clear to we are the world. I love that one. Yeah, we are the world. Walking barefoot, swimming wild, climbing trees, making fires. We are the children. Yes. Beautiful. Francesca's finding a lot of hidden nature in London. Little parks. All you need is love. Winds of change. Thank you, S. Murdoch. Thank you. Yeah, joining with this group brings you community, and a physical presence will be very purposeful. Yeah. So let's set that as intentions. These are all intentions. We're coming to a new moon. We're coming to an equinox. This is a wonderful time for setting these kinds of intentions and for doing something practical. I love the Virgo energy for actually doing something practical. One love, one world. Because what a wonderful world. Yes, Neue Erde. Yes. What a wonderful world. These are all songs. These are songs that you might want to play. Maybe we could create a list of these uplifting songs later, Lucy. Yeah. We could just have a list of these. I'll put them in the newsletter. Yeah. We need these kinds of things at our fingertips to be able to change our frequency so that we don't go down with things that are coming. Yeah, I mean, I really nearly went down with a lot of the things happening on Lesbos. I find it very, very disturbing. But we can't go down with it. We've got to be compassionate, and then we've got to get practical, say, right, what can we do? We've got the resources to feed everybody on the planet. How can we organize that? Yeah. So I'm just loving the chat. Lucy and Drew, you're doing such a terrific world, a terrific job bringing our tribe together, our tribes. Imagine, of course, is a wonderful song. Do we want a new world order? We want a different world. We want a world that is one, that knows that we're all connected, and that knows that we're part of one body, and that lives by that oneness and that connectedness. And that is a conscious world. Neighborhood farms, yeah, that it's conscious. We now have an opportunity to become conscious of what we're doing. Yeah. So Lucy, put your email details there, please. Thank you for liking this video. I'm so grateful to you for being in my soul family. Always grateful for your ideas, your thoughts, your feedback. Lucy is my wonderful assistant here. So she'll be organizing things because I have quite a lot of information that comes to me, and I've now needed some help with organization. So yeah, we want a different world, and we're moving towards that. And the astrology is pushing us towards that. Nature is pushing us towards that. And it's all about being globally one family and finding our way of doing things. Yeah, Lucy, you're probably going to be inundated, but we'll find ways. Maybe we'll get some more help. Let's see what happens. We're staying open. But from my heart to yours, I just want to thank you so much for those of you that contribute, for those of you that like, for just your positive thoughts. It makes all the difference. Remember, you as one person make a difference everywhere. Don't underestimate your own power here. So much, much love to you. And I'll just say bye for now and looking forward to our next get together.